Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we're diving into a hot topic, keto and carnivore versus Ozempic and GLP-1 drugs for weight loss. Both strategies are being hailed as game changers, and people are seeing real results with each. But how exactly do they work? What are the pros and cons of each approach? And most importantly, which one should you choose? Let's break it all down. First, let's talk about the mechanism of ultra-low-carb diets like keto and carnivore. When you cut carbs down to near zero, your body has to switch fuel sources. Instead of using glucose for energy, it starts breaking down fat into molecules called ketones. This process is called nutritional ketosis. Now here's what makes this powerful for fat loss. Insulin levels drop, and that's huge. Insulin is your body's fat storage hormone. When insulin is low, your body is free to tap into stored fat and burn it for energy. Appetite naturally decreases. Both keto and carnivore diets stabilize blood sugar and lower the hunger hormone ghrelin while increasing leptin sensitivity, so you feel full and satisfied with less food. Cravings go away. Once you're in ketosis, the blood sugar roller coaster ends. You don't wake up thinking about cereal and go to bed craving cookies. And finally, muscle is preserved, especially on carnivore, which is naturally high in complete protein. So the weight loss here isn't just water weight or muscle, it's fat. And more importantly, it comes from a metabolic reprogramming that makes your body more efficient. Now let's talk about Ozempic and other GLP-1 drugs. Ozempic works by mimicking a hormone your body already produces, glucagon-like peptide 1, or GLP-1. This hormone slows gastric emptying, meaning food stays in your stomach a little longer, which can reduce cravings. It also helps regulate blood sugar. So what happens when you take it? You eat less because you feel full faster. You snack less because cravings are reduced. And blood sugar is more stable, which is especially helpful for people with insulin resistance or type 2 diabetes. Here's the thing. It works. People lose weight, sometimes even dramatic amounts, especially if they were overeating for years due to insulin resistance, stress, or blood sugar swings. But let's talk pros and cons of each approach. Let's start with the pros of ultra-low-carb diets. 1. No drugs, no injections. 2. Improves metabolic health, lowers insulin, triglycerides, inflammation. 3. Preserves lean muscle and supports energy and strength. 4. Naturally sustainable for many people once adapted. 5. Often resolves root causes of weight gain, like hormone imbalances or food addiction. Now let's talk about the cons of ultra-low-carb diets. 1. Adaptation period can be tough. 2. Some people experience keto flu, cravings, or low energy in the first week or two. 3. Restrictive, especially for those used to high-carb diets. 4. Requires planning and consistency, especially socially or when eating out. Now let's move on to the pros of Ozempic and GLP-1 drugs. 1. Effective appetite suppression without having to change your diet, initially. 2. Often leads to rapid weight loss, especially for people with a lot to lose. 3. Helps stabilize blood sugar, especially for diabetics or pre-diabetics. And that brings us to the cons of Ozempic and GLP-1 drugs. 1. Side effects: nausea, vomiting, constipation, and fatigue. 2. Very expensive without insurance, up to $1,000 a month. 3. Weight often returns if you stop taking the drug without changing your lifestyle. 4. It doesn't teach you how to eat healthier or break sugar addiction. And last but certainly not least is number 4. Muscle loss is common, and that's a big deal for long-term metabolic health. So, which one is better? Here's the truth. If you're looking for sustainable fat loss, improved energy, better brain function, and freedom from food addiction, nutritional ketosis through keto or carnivore is the superior option. Why? Because it doesn't just suppress symptoms, it rewires your metabolism. It teaches your body how to efficiently use fat for fuel, stabilizes hormones, and puts you back in control of your appetite and cravings. It's a lifestyle, not a dependency. That said, for someone who is morbidly obese or struggling with extreme insulin resistance, a GLP-1 drug like Ozempic might be a temporary tool to kickstart weight loss, but it should never be the end game. Use it to get momentum, but pair it with dietary change. If you keep eating the foods that cause the problem, the weight will come right back the moment you stop the meds. So if you're stuck deciding between keto or a weight loss drug like Ozempic, ask yourself, do I want a quick fix that depends on a needle, or a permanent solution that empowers me to control my health? If this gave you some clarity, be sure to hit that like button and subscribe for more videos on how to reset your metabolism, regain energy, and lose fat the sustainable way. Let me know in the comments, have you tried keto, carnivore, or Ozempic? What was your experience? Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.